Hi, welcome to the channel. This week we're going to look through the second and third wave from the 2012 Tmnt figures. In case you missed it, we did cover the first wave a few weeks ago. You'll find that on the channel. So after that first run, we got the first variants of the four brothers. We got two further allies, and we got four villains, including three that were brand new to this particular series. So let's start with the first variant of the four brothers. This time round, we've got the ooze launching figures. Each of the turtles comes equipped with one of these oozookas, as they're called on the packaging, which basically means they can fling the ooze from these sort of catapults on their backs and attack the enemies that way. So a lot of these did come with some ooze included, as you'll see some of the stickers on the front. I wouldn't say these are my favourite designs of the 2012 Turtles. These figures have also got quite limited articulation in comparison to some of the other figures that were subsequently released. But they're certainly unique. I don't recall having anything like this before in the TMNT line. So let's have a little closer look, shall we? So Leo is the first one on the pile. As you can see from the packaging, a lot of them come with this bonus ooze inside. They've each got slightly different names. This one's Ooze Launching Leo. Picture on the front here which shows it in action. And if you look in the packaging, you can sort of see the catapult here on the side, which slots into the back of the figure. On the back of the packaging, you've got, again, instructions as to how to do it, and this is your mutagen ooze. Shows the cross sell with the other figures in this line, along with the ooze drop copter and the ooze sewer cruiser. There you go. So at the point of these releases, everything was still on the purple backing. I think these ones came out, so this is actually 2012, so these were hot on the heels of the very first wave. So this is what he looks like out of the packaging. This is my loose Leonardo. You can see where the launcher fits in the back here. So in terms of articulation, you've only really got up and down on the arms. The head does swivel a bit. And at the waist they sort of spin as well, which is a bit weird. And there's nothing on the legs at all. They don't bend. Fortunately, they've got quite chunky feet and they do stand up pretty well. So that's Leo. Next up we'll go with Raph, Ooze Tossing Raph. Again, he's got sort of the overalls and whatnot. You can see his catapult on the side. Again, you've got instructions on the back. This is the European release, so you've got English along with the other languages as well, but otherwise exactly the same cross at the bottom. There he is, that's Raphael. And this is the figure loose. So obviously he has got his catapult all attached. You see where this obviously fits on here. They're all colour coded at the top, and you've got your little lever. So if you flick this here, obviously it flings the ooze at your enemies. Again, just the up and down arm articulation and the waist swivels. So that's Raphael. Here we've got Mikey. In this instance is Ooze Chuck and Mikey. Again, similar setup. There's his catapult on the side. Figure with the sort of overalls and that. On the back, you've got your instructions again and your cross sell. There you go. And here he is, Ooze Chuck and Mikey. Again, you can see his catapult here. One thing that is noticeable about these versions, they have changed the faces quite considerably from the original sculpts. These definitely look a lot closer to the turtles in the show, so that's quite cool. And again, you'll notice with this one the same articulation, just arms up and down. Okay, that's Mikey. And finally, we've got Ooze, Scoop and Donny. Quite a nice colour palette with this one. Again, you can see he's got his colour-coded catapult on the back, same as before. And this is the figure. I think this is the coolest looking one of the bunch. Again, there you go. There's your launching mechanism. There we go. So these three figures make up the second wave from the 2012 line. Dog Pound, Fish Face and Metalhead. Let's start with Dog Pound. So this was a character that, as far as I'm aware, was unique to the 2012 line. We didn't have Bebop and Rocksteady for quite a while. Initially, Dog Pound and Fish Face sort of filled that role as Shredder's main mutated henchman. This is quite a large figure. You can see he sort of fills the bubble almost completely, and you do have to put the tail in to sort of finish him off. I always quite liked these two. I'm a huge fan of Bebop and Rocksteady, obviously having grown up with the original series, but it was quite nice to get some new characters. And as far as actual figures are concerned, yeah, they're really nice. So this is obviously the packaging. On the back, you can see the write-up, Shredder's Top Dog. And you can see the slightly expanded roster of figures at this point, as we hit the sort of second wave. And this is the figure out of the packaging. Quite a hulking sort of looking character in comparison to the Turtles. You've also got these spikes that you have to fix on, along with the tail, as I mentioned. The articulation's not too bad. You've got these hands that sort of swivel, no elbow joints, but you've got obviously the arm going up and down. It can move around on sort of a ball joint here as well. Same with the other arm. Leg wise, again, you've got the legs can go forward, backwards, in and out, and his waist does spin, as you can see, all the way around if you want. So yeah, that's Dog Pound. And his partner in crime was Fish Face. And again, quite a good detail on this character. As was a fish, he obviously had these robotic legs that he had to sit in to get around. And his breathing apparatus. It's pretty close to the show, this one. On the back, there he is, Shredder's underworld underwater thug. And here we have the figure. Again, pretty good articulation. Similar to Dog Pound in certain ways, the arms and that. Again, ball joints. The waist can swivel. But on this one, the legs just go sort of forwards and backwards, which is fine. You can move his tail. Yeah, you can spin his tail as well, if you want to. Not a huge amount of articulation on the head because he's got the breathing apparatus on the back. You've got a swivel on the wrists, but no elbow joints. So, yeah, again, really quite a cool, unique character. So that leaves us with Metalhead. I'm really pleased they reimagined this for the series. A real nice combination in this sort of 2012 line of reimagined original characters and some new ones to boot. So he comes with his projectile, which you can fire out of his hand here. No other accessories. And there's the write-up on the back. Sewer-built robotic turtle ally, built by Donatello from salvaged Krang Tech. Again, the figure is quite a good recreation of the TV show character. So, and here he is. Slightly shorter than the turtle figures, but quite nice detail with the NYC on the back of his shell. Articulation wise, you've got arms forwards and backwards, the legs forwards, but this one does have knee joints as well, and that's where you put his projectile in. I do have one, but not with the loose character at the minute. So that's Metalhead. Let's have a look at the last three. Right, so these three figures complete the third wave. We've got Baxter Stockman, we've got Leatherhead, and we've got Snakeweed. This is the Baxter Stockman figure. We'll start with him. The first of two Baxter Stockman toys that were released. This particular one shows him in his mech suit, the evil-minded and mad scientist. No accessories with this one, but it is quite a cool figure. So that's the bit on the back. And here is the figure. Mine's been quite well played with, I think, so a lot of it is quite floppy. But it's got, again, quite a lot of articulation. You've got the shoulders that go up and down. You've got the arms that are jointed here at what is sort of the elbow. Same again the other side. This one holds up a bit better, it's a bit stiffer. Again, you can spin at the waist, and the legs you've got can go up and down, and they've got the knees as well. Quite chunky feet, so he stands up pretty well. So that's Baxter. And we've got Leatherhead. Now this might be my favourite iteration of Leatherhead, I have to say. I certainly prefer this to the one that I grew up with. Not least of all the fact that it stands up properly. But yeah, really cool figure this. You have to attach the tail, which is just here. On the back, we've got this little description again. Giant mutant sewer alligator. And in this series, he turns out to be very much an ally of the Turtles, albeit perhaps a slightly misunderstood one. But yeah, very cool. So that's Leatherhead. And here he is out of the packaging. Like I say, a very, very cool figure, this one. Really like it. Quite a bit of articulation. You've got the tail that spins. Again, the legs open and go forwards and backwards. They are fixed at the knees. The arms, again on a bit of a ball joint. And the head can swivel slightly, side to side. So that's Leatherhead. And the final one this week is Snakeweed. So again, a figure I believe is unique to the 2012 series. You've got various vines and things that you have to attach to his hands and head and so on. And he is a bit taller than this. Again, these are parts of his legs that you have to clip in. The Mutant Botanical Bruiser. And there he is. Again, a fairly decent representation of the character, I'd say. And for the final time, here we go. This is the figure once it's all put together. So say you put the legs on, you put the vines in the ends of his arms and hands, and these ones too, the sort of antennae. And there he is. Again, quite a lot of articulation on the knees, spin the waist, the legs and the arms. The head's all sort of fixed. There we go. So that's everything from the second and third wave of the 2012 line. Okay, so that just about wraps up the video for this week. I hope you've enjoyed looking through the second and third waves from the 2012 Tmnt lines. I know I've said it before on other videos, but I do really enjoy collecting for this particular line. And I think I'm going to continue this as a series, working through the various waves as we go. So if you are looking to put a collection together, or if you're just interested in what this generation of the Turtles contained, consider subscribing to the channel. We've got lots of other TMNT content already up, a whole bunch of collection videos spanning most of the iterations of the Turtles. Thanks as always for watching. If you've made it through to this point, then well done. Have a fantastic week, and I'll hopefully see you again in a week or so's time. Take it easy.